this here. Scream. Oh gosh, I'm so tired. It's not even I'm tired because like I had a harrowing day. Tired because it's hot. Like there's no AC in the kitchen and I'm like sweating my fucking ass off. Ugh. My hair is sticking together all gross. Pull this out because it's been charging for 84 years. Okay. Well. How do you accidentally click on an NPC? I'm looking at the problem over here. I was standing next to Wooklamon and like my cat stepped on my controller. So that's how. But anyway, I guess we're starting now because we can. It says the tower's inside a tower. I see it, but I still can't believe it. For now, I say we proceed straight ahead. If we feel like getting lost, we can always turn around and go back the way we came. There she goes. Alright, let's... Oh, they're gonna make me go... Not today. Oh, also, hold on. I was listening to music because I was working earlier today. There. We fixed it. I was like, the music is here. Send heal. Crossroads already. This place is too much. I have no idea where I should go. Right, I've made up my mind. Let's head to that building there. Oh, there she goes. I feel bad because I think that Rain and Masa were like just getting chill, but then I was like, well, no, I guess we're starting like right now. Could I warp? I could, but you're getting food. Yeah, no, take your time. This is my bad. Oh, of course, and oh.
Ah, there you are, Lamati.
Sphene.
I was worried you might have had trouble at the checkpoint, but I see everything went according to plan.
Well, that's thanks to you.
Now, I know you've scarcely arrived, but I have a request to make of you.
Oh, a request you said.
Yes, an important one.
I can't believe she's gonna betray us. And then betray Zerulja again. She's gonna face heal revolving door.
I want you to make peace with Zerulja.
You don't like the Cloud 9 music? What is the zone? Section 9? I love the music in Section 9. Solution 9, whatever. I think that the music's great. It's nice and chill.
What? I thought you said you weren't on his side.
We have come no closer to seeing eye to eye, nor do I condone his methods. Be that as it may, I don't want you to fight him. I don't want you to regret a decision made in anger and haste. Unequipped with regulators as you are, the risk is too great.
Her voice sounds very familiar.
I appreciate your concern, but you asked the impossible. Zerulja murdered our father. His minions slaughtered our countrymen. He will never renounce his war. As vow of resolve, it falls to me to stop him. I know you love your people too, and so you must understand how I feel. Why I cannot, will not back down.
This man just chill.
I do understand. All too well. Let me say only this then. Zoralja will use any means to win. If you would protect your people, return to them at once and prepare. Prepare as best you can. It may ring hollow coming from the queen of an enemy nation. But unlike me, you still have the power to determine your own fate.
You really are a curious one.
I don't know who Sarah Evans is. I probably have heard, like, I don't know voice actor names anymore. It's just, like, not a thing that I recognize. I'm too old to remember names.
Look, you needn't worry for us. We have dependable comrades holding the fort in Tuliyollal.
In Tuliyollal. La, kitty, stop. Ow, 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 ow. Stop. Please. Please. You hurt. Her little claws.
They'll keep everyone safe, so we can devote our attention to affairs here.
You tabbed me out, child.
Please.
She voiced the Doctor Who novelization? That's wild. Is it the 4th Doctor novelizations? Because I've been meaning to get some audiobooks of the 4th Doctor's adventures. Hi.
So you have comrades on whom you can rely. I envy you.
You know, we'd like to learn more about you.
About me?
To be frank, we're still not sure whether or not you're trustworthy. So, if you have a moment, would you show us around the district? That way, we can get to know you better.
You're asking me, the Queen, to show you around? Oh, but I jest. I'm flattered that you've taken an interest in me. Very well. I shall be your guide. You're my guests, after all, and teaching you about my realm would be a pleasure in and of itself.
I mean, I don't hate her voice. It's nice. I hope she lands more roles in the future.
I can introduce you to my citizens, too. I consider them family, as you do yours.
By all means, we're in your capable hands.
That you are. This will be an enjoyable and enlightening tour. I promise.
The 4th, 5th, and 7th. I really want to listen to the 4th Doctor's, like, audiobooks. I know there's a couple out there somewhere. But it's just that, like, during that brief respite where we had no Doctor Who, because, like, the 4th Doctor... Not the 4th. Oh my god, who am I thinking of? The 8th. It's the 8th one, not the 4th one. The 8th Doctor... Basically, the 8th Doctor showed up in a movie. Literally one movie, and that was it. And then what ended up happening was his adventures before we got to the 9th Doctor were chronicled over the course of like 10, 15 years. They were just writing books about the 8th Doctor and his adventures. So like I've been meaning to look at those because it's the only Doctor that I haven't watched. I've literally watched all of Doctor Who. Like I watched all of the from the 60s, from the 1st Doctor all the way up to, that's a lie, all the way up to Jodie's Doctor I've watched. I still haven't seen any of the new Doctor, but I'm getting there. Your aunt swears by David Tennant's Doctor. Most do. My brother's favorite Doctor is David Tennant's Doctor. My favorite Doctor is Matt Smith's. Like, if I were to get someone into Doctor Who, I would start them with the 11th Doctor or Matt Smith's Doctor, just because it's so good. His run really sets it's a good run to hook you. You hear the last two are massive shit. I personally think Jodie is a good doctor. I think that I like what they were going for with the companions, but I think that the problem with it isn't necessarily that the doctors are shit. It's that the writing is very... They're very talk about it, don't show type of thing. And the way I'll explain it is this, like, the doctors always tackled shit like, you know, sexism, racism, stuff like that. But, like, I feel like for previous writers, they've had a very show, don't tell policy when dealing with racism and sexism and very sensitive topics like that. Like, for example, we had Bill, a companion of the doctors. You know, she was a young black lesbian woman, and she traveled with the doctor. What ends up happening is they go, like, way back in time to, like, the 1800s or some shit, and some person makes, like, a really crude racist remark to Bill, and the doctor punches the shit out of him. Like, Capaldi punched the shit out of this person. And I feel like that's a good way to show racism bad, right? Some guy is, like, extremely rude, racist, and sexist to her, and the doctor just punches them instinctively. It's just like... And, like, he realizes after he did that, oh, wait, shit, we're in trouble. And they got in trouble, and, like, they got tied up or whatever, and, like, they had to figure it out later. But, like, that was an instance of showing people... Like, especially in the olden fucking days, but people can be racist, they can be sexist, and, like, the doctor will not stand for that because that is wrong. Like, there's a lot of showing that it's wrong. Whereas Jodie's doctor, the issue is they take these issues, and not only do I feel like they do a back-to-back thing, but there's a lot of saying it's bad. There's a lot of arguing that it's bad. Like, there's a lot of, like, little speeches that go on about the hardships of people. And do not get me wrong, it is fine to, like, educate people, but I feel like they do a lot of... It takes up a lot of, like, time from the doctor's adventures to have, like, a lecture on why these things are bad. And I feel like there's better ways to do it in storytelling. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there are definitely some in Jodie's run that I love. I loved some episodes in Jodie's run a lot. But for every episode that I loved in Jodie's run, there was an episode that could have been done better with just having better writing. With, like, taking the source material and, like, not thinking that the audience is gonna be stupid, right? Like, I feel like there are ways to tackle these subjects and, like, do it in a way where you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, you, like, it's been done. Like, it's not like this is something new in Doctor Who. It's just that the writers, I feel like, they like giving speeches, and I don't know if you know, but, like, just from example of Wook Lamont over here, I don't like when people talk. Talk is cheap. Like, Wook Lamont sure likes to give a lot of speeches, and that's my least favorite thing about her character, is they do a lot of, like, establishing things by saying, oh, this is good, that is bad, I resolve to do these things. And, like, I'd rather see her do these things, you know what I mean? Like, and I think that that's just a problem with modern writing right now, is they're scared to show because they worry that the audience isn't gonna get it. Maybe that's true. I don't fucking know. Like, maybe TikTok brain has affected a lot of people, and so we need a lot more explaining. But I think that that's just, like, what writing has trended towards. And so I don't think that it's necessarily that, like, the characters are shit. It's just that the portrayal of certain aspects of a character in writing has turned into a lot of, we're telling you these things instead of showing it. It's a story. It's a visual story. we're watching a story unfold. And so I feel like showing these things would be better than, like, having the characters talk about it for 5 fucking hours. And then, like, either they just do it or they don't. Like, I feel like there needs to be a little bit more physical struggle and physical showing in stories. I think that is definitely like a weakness of writing right now. And if people are saying that the current Doctor is also suffering from that, I'm not surprised, because a lot of places are. Like, it's like one of those things where I just think that we need to look at writing and the structure of writing as a whole, and kind of take pointers from, like, works that are considered masterpieces. And a lot of the, like, things that have good writing shows you what's happening. It doesn't sit and it doesn't talk about it. You know what I mean? And there we go. Natty tests it back to 14 because we're playing 14. We're playing Final Fantasy 14, so I'm trying to keep on topic. So, like, yeah, I don't know. It's just like one of those things where it feels like writing stories nowadays. Like, a lot of, like, the safe way to do it to make sure everybody gets the message is to, like, explain it like they're 4. And I'm not a fan of that. Like, subtext is dead. Like, nuance is dead. I feel like that in and of itself is what's making writing feel a lot worse. And, like, why you might say, oh, well, this character sucks, or XYZ, like, or the expansion sucks, or, like, in the case of the Doctor, it's like, those Doctors sucks, or their adventures suck. It's because there's no fucking nuance. They don't trust the audience to not be stupid. Like, just let people experience a story, you know what I mean? You think Ma's saying you accepted the next quest? Okay, I go. With Sphene as our guide, we needn't fear getting lost. But yeah, I like Wooklamot. I think Wooklamot's a very good character. I just wish that she did less telling us what she's gonna do and show it. Like, how many speeches and monologues has Wooklamot had? And that is just rife in writing everywhere of just them telling us what they plan to do, and it just going. I didn't know if she was waiting for you or just monologuing for fun. I'm just monologuing for fun. It sucks because Dawntrail has demonstrated that people can't read between the lines and mad that the wall isn't supposed to be the main character. Every other quest to speak to Wooklamot. I mean, here's the thing. I don't even think it's necessarily that. This is an issue of, you're gonna like this expansion if you like Wooklamot, because it's Wooklamot's story. If you don't like Wooklamot and you don't like how her story is being portrayed, you're not gonna like Dawntrail or its story. Like, that at the end of the day, that's that. Like, period. And I think that if people don't like Wooklamot, then not liking Dawntrail is extremely valid. Like, and I'm not one of those people who thinks that you have to have an excuse to not like someone unless it's just you're contradicting what's happening. You know what I mean? The Queen's Tour. Sphene stands ready to take you on a tour of Solution 9. I guess I'll keep going because Rain's, like, wants us to keep going, I guess. Let's begin then, shall we? I must say, I'm really grateful. This place is so vast and confusing. I didn't even know where to begin. While the district may seem daunting in size and structure, all key facilities are situated near ley nodes, what you call etherites. Remember this, and you won't lose your way. Now then, seeing as it's right here, I will show you the Nexus Arcade first. Please follow me. I've been here. I bought the bike, girl. Why is there a Moogle here? How did the Moogles get here? Brain and I collectively bought Masa a bike. She bought a bike, I bought a bike, everyone's got a bike. This complex is home to all manner of shops, from food and daily necessities to technological conveniences. You can find most everything here. Everkeep's interior is vast, as you've observed. This arcade makes it possible for people to acquire what they need in one centralized location. You want a bike? Go get one. Amazing. How do you get to the upper levels? I don't see stairs. Do you see the glowing pattern over yonder? It's an automatic conveyor. Such contraptions are found throughout Everkeep, allowing us to swiftly move between faraway places. This will spare us some